You're a bum. You're gonna have to do a lot better than that on the big night.
Welcome to #HotSeat, everyone.
Again.
Welcome to
You got arms like a snake, kid.
Welcome to
Tristan, when I was fighting, it was the dirtiest racket going, see? Pugs like me was treated like fighting dogs. Throw you in a pit, and for $10 you try to kill each other. We used to fight in any joint with a floor. October 1931.
Oh, wait. Isn't this just dialogue from Rocky?
Back to your training.
Welcome to #HotSeat, everyone. How was that? Rob? Holy shit, I think I killed him. Turn it off. Shane, turn it off. Let's get the out of here.
Welcome to #HotSeat with your host, Tristan Yonce. Today's special guests, Robby Cochran and Brian Sutorius. With a special appearance by professional wrestler Scott "The Shock" Ramsey. This episode brought to you by the holy way to shake that booty, hot cross buns. And now, the host of #HotSeat, Tristan Yonce.
Welcome to #HotSeat, everyone. I am Tristan Yonce. This is a show, it's a game show, it's a talk show, it's both. We're gonna run the panelists through their improv comedy skills and maybe warm up their buns a little bit. That's how this is gonna work. But first, there's some fun things that have been happening in the news. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. An Arizona man attempted to kill someone with hornets as well as a rattlesnake. Luckily, both times the victim was carrying an EpiPen. This joke brought to you by the fine people at EpiPen. EpiPen, for when you probably should have died, but you planned ahead. Look for the Hot Seat logo in the store. One of the directors of Law & Order was arrested on child pornography charges. North Carolina beaches have seen a spike in shark attacks this summer. And in other breaking news, the ocean is where the sharks live. And the beaches are also becoming more wheelchair accessible. Perfect, said the sharks. And we're gonna have a great show for you folks. By the way, I should probably mention up top, Alex, I'm sure you agree with me, to gain a little more viewership, maybe worldwide, maybe not, a foreign audience. We've sort of attached our airwaves to a Scandinavian broadcasting satellite, maybe illegally, maybe not. So we'll see how that goes worldwide. Alex, what's going on now?
Oh, well, we're going to meet our panelists now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so everybody please put your hands together and welcome our panelists, Brian Sutorius and Robby Cochran.
Tristan Yonce.
I'd like to take a minute to get to know you guys, but I'm going to play a game first. Always the classic misdirect. Alex, what game is this?
This is the game called Good News for people who love bad news.
How this is going to work, I'm going to read you guys some headlines that are happening currently. And you're going to tell me if they're good news or bad news and why. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, here's your first headline. Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg is going to have a child.
I think this is bad news.
Brian, why is that?
Well, if you think people who didn't invent Facebook are terrible about posting baby photos on Facebook,
Your next headline, cocaine recently found in Ontario's water supply.
great news.
Right out of the gate, why is that, Brian?
Free cocaine.
Okay. Robbie?
I think this is bad news.
What?
Because I already have trouble going to bed at night when I brush my teeth because it's so exciting. All right? Just getting a little hit of fluoride and then I'm up for hours. Now, if there's cocaine in the water, I'm never going to get any sleep. And, that's just another reason not to move to Canada.
You would be the first cocaine fluoride OD.
Yes. No, I don't think I would OD. I think I would just get a Camelback and hit the town.
Hit the road, I get
Yeah.
it. A found suitcase may be from this missing Malaysian flight.
I think it's good news. Luggage is lost all the time. It's a real problem. Anyone that's traveled has experienced this. Maybe they're all lost on an island,
Right.
a la Lost.
So the fact that it may or may not be from that flight doesn't matter. The fact that it was found, period, is just
It's
good.
progress. You got to take
A little bit at a
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And that is the game of good news for people who love bad news, folks. Who's in the lead now, Alex?
Well, I believe Brian Sutorius is in the lead after that game.
I'm giving it to Brian. Let's hear it for Brian Sutorius.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, Brian.
And now I'd like to take a moment to get to meet our panel. Brian, you skateboarded down the East Coast. Now this is a true thing.
This is a true thing.
What was your favorite or maybe the weirdest thing that you saw?
In Georgetown, I want to say,
Sure.
South Carolina. There is
No one's gonna say you're wrong.
in Georgetown, South Carolina. In Georgetown, South Carolina.
Is that a town that smells like rotten eggs?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a paper mill, and that's all the town's economy is based on a paper mill, and it makes the smell of rotten eggs.
So on a skateboard trip
Yeah.
down the East Coast, that was the weirdest thing. Gotcha. Robby Cochran. And now, this may be true, this may be not true. I checked your Wikipedia page.
Oh, great.
It had a few footnotes, but I didn't really click the links. It said that a single drop of your blood is what gives each jar of Nutella its instantly recognizable taste.
Right, absolutely. So it's
That
a
is
lot
true.
of people. Yeah, it is true. A lot of people think it's hazelnut. It's not. All right.
That's just more for coloring, I would imagine.
Yeah, or just more actually consistency.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I go to Europe once a year and give blood, and then they use that to supply, and the Nutella factory uses that.
Brian,
Yes.
now you have a hedgehog
Yes.
that we tried to book instead of you. Very busy
Very
hedgehog.
busy.
What is
I
he
have nothing to do.
What is he doing that keeps him so busy and away from our television show?
He has the ability to self-fillet.
Can we even say that? I think so.
I tried to use the most scientific.
textbook if
Yeah.
you could. So if you had to assume what he was doing right now in his little shavings, does he stay in little shavings, little hamster shavings?
Little recycled paper puffballs. Yeah. I don't want him to get a splinter.
Does he have a Christmas stocking?
What?
Does he have a Christmas stocking?
Yeah, it's very small.
That's cute. Now, Robby, you're in computer science.
Yeah.
What is the nerdiest thing you can say to us, or can you speak binary or something? What's the deal?
So I would just describe my dissertation. I think is incredibly nerdy. It involves words like symbolic, verifiable,
Okay.
binary, compiler, and Pac-Man.
If you had to slap a title on that dissertation, what would
What have I been doing the past 7 years?
the Robby Cochran
Robby
story?
Cochran story, yeah.
That's our panel, folks. Brian and Robby. Robby and Brian, however you want to mix it up. And frankly, I've learned so much about you, I am shocked.
All right. Now would be a good time
Oh, great. No, it's not him again. It's the hashtag HotSeat heel, everyone.
Like a jolt to your system because I know you've missed him. A bolt to the throat, and I'm never gonna gloat. First I'm gonna shock you, then I'm gonna drock you. I'm Scott the Shock Ramsey.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we get it. What the hell are you even doing here? None of these people have ever heard of you.
That's because the professional wrestling establishment is so fearful of my presence that they've created an entire infrastructure to keep me from the public eye. It's for your own safety, and who can blame them?
Still doesn't explain what you're doing here, though.
I'll tell you what I'm doing here, Tristo. I've been watching this thing live. I've been watching it on TV for a very long time. And every week I get more and more upset that you just spend an entire hour pampering these pansies. I just looked right through them.
Well, I mean, we give them a hard enough time. We have the.
This week they're getting in the real hot seat, Tristo. It's time for the shock seat.
This is obviously a play on our very own hot seat. How's this gonna work?
Here's how this works. I have 3 questions about the great sport of professional wrestling.
Sure.
Every one you get wrong, you're taking a shot with a cold steel chair right in the back of the head.
Now, remember, Legal went over that with you, the chair thing. Remember what happened last time?
I brought a pillow instead.
Okay, good.
Are you ready?
Yes.
SummerSlam 1991, Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior went to battle against evil Iraqi sympathizers Sergeant Slaughter, Colonel Mustafa, and General Adnan in a bout called the Match Made in Hell. The man that was the special guest referee for this was it A, Sid Justice, B, Rowdy Roddy Piper, C, Jimmy the Superfly Snuka, or D, Jerry the King Lawler?
Well, gut reactions go for the King, but I'm gonna say R.I.P. Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Wrong!
Fair enough. Okay.
Now you can take this with you and learn how to read.
Thanks. What does it even mean?
This man has the longest title run in WWE history. Is it A, Andre the Giant? Is it B, Jake the Snake Roberts? Is it C, Bruno Sammartino? Or is it D, Jumpin' Jeff Farmer?
If you had said inseam, longest inseam, I'd say Andre, but out of personal preference, I'm gonna go Jake the Snake.
Never held a belt! Never held a belt!
Oh. Do you have any upcoming appearances or plugs?
I'll be at the Paloramas at the 37th annual boat show, New Jersey.
Are you just gonna be hanging out with the boats, or what are you gonna be doing there? Are you gonna...
Gonna have autographs signed. For only $20, you can get an autograph from Scott the Shock Ramsey.
Okay.
Maybe you want to see a little bit about what's gonna go on there.
I guess, sure, maybe. Oh. Professional wrestler Scott the Shock Ramsey, everyone. Made my mic go limp here. Now, what the hell's going on now? I don't even know.
Well, we're gonna play another game,
Good.
and this one's called Cool Whip It.
Cool Whip It. Oh, folks, this is a brand new game of ours. I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna give each of you a container of Cool Whip.
Yep.
Love the stuff.
Yeah.
Fresh, uneaten Cool Whip. Pass that down if you would.
Should we hold it brand facing out?
If you would like a royalty, sure.
Yeah, I do.
The way this game is going to work, this is the game called Cool Whip It. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock, maybe a minute. We'll put 1 minute on the clock.
Okay.
And these guys are going to race to finish the Cool Whip before the other guy, all while listing cool things they would like to whip. Does that make any questions? Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Makes total sense, yeah.
You're racing. You're listening.
We probably don't even need 30 seconds to finish these, but
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a minute just for the cool things you'd like to whip.
okay.
Cool.
So, whenever you're ready. Do we have 1 minute on the clock?
Yes.
Begin.
All right, I'd like to
put a whole chain of cool cigarettes together and make a cool whip. I like to whip my whip, which is what I call my 94 Ford Explorer.
Okay. A lot of Cool Whip left. You guys are gonna have to start shoveling.
I like to get a cold Belgian beer and make it a cool wit.
Okay. Okay.
I like to do a classic whip, just to whip a donkey.
30 seconds.
Start shoveling. Start shoveling. Double time,
I
fellas.
like to get the majority leader of Congress a cool whip. I mean,
10 seconds.
I don't know. I like to whip my Indian dance whip. Bad guys.
And that's time. That's time. Hand over your Cool Whips, please. Good God. Okay, let's have a look here. This is what Brian has left in the Cool Whip. Pretty good, right? Let's hear it for Brian. Robby cleared out pretty much half of his Cool Whip. Alex, who won that round?
Well, I'm going to give points to Brian on the amount of things he would whip, and Robby on the amount of whip eaten. So it's a tie game, and Brian Sutorius is still in the lead.
Wonderful. Let's hear it for them, folks.
Cool. Yeah. It's cold in the middle.
Yeah.
Cold in the middle.
Yeah.
I wish I had started in the middle. I think it's easier to go down.
Well, hindsight is 20/20. And just for that, Robby, I'm going to put you in the hot seat. All right, have a seat. Okay, the way this is going to work, folks, Robby Cochran is in the hot seat. His buns are getting warm. It works kind of like a lightning round. We're just going to put him through the ringer. Robby, this is the game of MacGyver.
All right.
A classic television show. Pretty much everyone's familiar with MacGyver. I'm going to give you a list of items.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me what you can make with these items.
All right.
Okay? Okay, your first challenge. You get a pincushion, a protractor, and a penny whistle.
Oh, well, that's a one-man band right there. Yeah, the pincushion, you just squeeze a little bit. You got the penny whistle, and the protractor, you can play it like a saw.
Oh, like a musical saw.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, the correct answer was a bomb. It should be a bomb. Okay, number 2, a kumquat, a girdle,
Okay.
and a rubber band.
Kumquat girdle rubber band. Classic contraption you can build out of that. It's a dirigible for a
That was my aunt's name. Aunt Deirdre.
She's still with us?
That's no, I'll go with it.
Yeah, so the kumquat is actually quite buoyant for like a small, like a chipmunk or something like that.
To float upon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually, that's also a bomb. It's supposed to be a bomb. And finally, an ace bandage, some gauze, and a pair of tweezers.
Well, that's your classic mummy nurse costume. You know, when you're like at the bad guy's lair and you need to get in, you play mummy nurse.
Mummy nurse.
There to get the splinters out.
I'm sorry, an ace bandage, some gauze, and a pair of tweezers. It's just a first aid kit, you dummy. That's Robby Cochran in the hot seat, everyone. Let's hear it for him. Ooh, it got hot in there, huh? Now what? Oh, stop. The fake crowd. I love it. Now, what's the deal? What's happening here?
We're going to play a game called Celebrity Password.
Oh, Celebrity Password. This is we've all played the classic game of Password, classic staple of game shows. Everyone knows it, but we put a celebrity spin on it this time. So I'm going to give you the names of some celebrities, and you have to guess their computer password.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. We have a crack team of hackers on standby who will confirm whether they're right or wrong answers. So, your first celebrity, their computer password. Ben Affleck, post-divorce. Ben Affleck, post-divorce.
It's Bachelor because he's gonna be Batman. And so there's a T before, and the A is a 4 because you have to have a number in there somewhere.
Hackers?
Oh yes, Bachelor is 100% correct. Yes.
Okay, fellas, your next celebrity, Tom Brady. Tom Brady, computer password.
It's just password 1.
Password 1?
Yeah. He doesn't strike me as a smart dude. Oh no?
No, that's not it. What does work?
Tom Brady's password is clear text, deflated balls, can't lose.
It's a long one.
It is long.
I'll type every
It's
time.
secure though.
Yeah.
It's
hard to
It
guess.
has a couple capitals in there too. You gotta make it. Mary Magdalene. Magdalene. I'm not sure how you say that. Computer password.
Are emojis allowed? Or just be like the prayer emoji? It's just that. It's just that.
Praying emoji?
Yeah.
Hackers?
No.
No, that's not it.
A lot of people use dates, so maybe it's 12, 25, 0.
Hackers? And your final celeb, Kanye West. Kanye
It's Kanye West. His password is Kanye West.
Password is Kanye
Yeah.
West?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
You agree with that, hackers? What did work?
Jesus Christ of Latter-day.
That's Kanye's password. Sorry, that's the game of celebrity password, folks. That's how that works.
Welcome to Norwegian Gastronomicon, the show where we introduce viewers to traditional Nordic dishes prepared using molecular cooking techniques. On today's show, we'll be preparing sphere-fied essence of moth larvae. Moth larvae! The larvae of the wax moth are surprisingly sweet. When doused in water quickly and blanched for about a minute in xanthan gum. Xanthan gum! Xanthan gum! This recipe borrows heavily from the classic French kitchen. You will find that the end result has a texture similar to a French sauce chantilly without the creme.
I got it this time.
What the hell? What was that? What's going on?
Put the aluminum foil on the wrong part of the antenna. Sorry about that, homie.
Oh, right, the whole Scandinavian
The satellites.
broadcasting satellite. I get it. And where does that leave us? Who won that round?
Well, I believe Robby Cochran won that game.
Ooh, burn!
Thanks.
And speaking of burns, Brian Sutorius is in the hot seat.
Oh my God!
Oh, what?
You're in the hot seat, pal. Sorry.
Okay.
Brian, this is the game, the hot seat game of scrabbled eggs.
Okay.
We have a Easter egg here, a little plastic Easter egg, and inside of it are Scrabble tiles.
Huh?
It's an egg, and you're gonna have to guess, like, name however many words you can make out of these tiles, like a game of Scrabble.
Okay.
So, if you could just crack it open.
Can I crack it open?
Go ahead. Just go ahead. It's an egg. It's a scrabbled egg, folks. It's a raw egg.
All right. When do I start?
Now's a good time.
All right. Toast.
Toast.
Hat.
Toast works.
Hats. Set.
Okay.
Those. Shoe. That.
Okay.
Ate. Oats. You can't spell egg, which would be funny, but Tats.
Oh, okay, yeah.
EST.
Now, if you had
Like
to,
the time zone?
Now, if you had to make one word out of all the letters.
Shot. Yes.
They spell hot seat, folks. That's how it works. That's the game of scrambled eggs.
Thank you for this egg.
Now let's just take a look in the camera, and we'll have a list of all the words he missed.
Scrolling, probably.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Hopefully in post they're scrolling. Okay, that's probably enough. Let's hear for Brian Sutorius in the hot seat, everyone. Alex, where does that take us?
Brings us to our next game called Cocktail Weenie.
Cocktail Weenie.
Oh
Yes.
boy. Oh boy.
Robby, if you could please put this on and hold this like you know what to do with it.
Okay.
And Brian, if you could put this on and just lean over here to me for a second. Okay. How do they look, folks? Do they look okay? They look like bartenders to me.
I have no idea.
They look like bartenders to me.
Yeah,
I think.
sure.
Okay, one of our favorite things to do, around the hashtag Hot Seat Office, is to come up with new cocktails and see how they taste, see what's going on with them. So what I'm going to do is give you guys some cocktail names we invented, and you tell me what goes in it, how it's made, what kind of glass, how it's served, whatever, maybe a little history, what its properties are, how it helps you, what have you. Do you accept this challenge, guys?
I accept. Yeah.
Good.
You're gonna have to call us mixologists.
Mixologists. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't go to school for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, your first cocktail, the Jimmy Wall Toucher.
So this one is actually non-alcoholic.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's I think it's just powdered
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Powdered Kool-Aid.
Powdered Kool-Aid.
Yeah, and O'Doul's.
Oh.
It's kind of like a shandy, but it's great for the summer.
Serving at dances.
Okay.
It's for the cool kids at the 9th grade dance.
Exactly.
To hang back, they got their little drink going on.
Right.
You know,
But no consequences.
no consequences.
No.
Lame. Okay, what is here we go. Fuzzy pocket lint. A fuzzy pocket lint.
Oh, this is a big hit among our older crowd.
Okay.
Lots of grandmas and grandpas. So we use like the dusty gin,
Yeah.
the oldest,
Oh, God.
the oldest
It's
gin.
a different generation. They don't
Yeah.
like to throw things out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Once you live through the Great Depression and Prohibition, you don't.
You don't throw anything
get
away.
rid of anything.
Yeah. It's old gin, shaken over ice and garnished with a Werther's original.
What kind of glass does that come in?
Like something with your family's portrait printed on the front.
Okay. Like a mug
Yeah.
that you buy
Yeah.
online.
A mug you get from a mall kiosk a day
Oh,
later.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next drink, an Oxford coma. The Oxford coma.
yeah, this is a classic drink. I actually think Tolkien used to drink these.
The Hobbit guy.
Yeah. It's was invented in a pub in Britain, and it's mostly gin, much like the fuzzy pocket lint.
Okay.
And it comes in a pint glass, so it's a pint glass, mostly gin.
So it's just
It'll-
a pint glass of gin.
Pint glass of gin, and it'll just knock you out for a week. Hence its name.
Oxford coma. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Okay, your next drink, the paint thinner.
Self-explanatory. You get a thing of turpentine and put it in a shot glass.
No, but you got to make sure you use quality.
Quality
turpentine.
turpentine.
Okay,
Yeah.
none of that bottom shelf business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Shot glass full of turpentine.
Yep.
Your next cocktail, a router and modem. Serve me up a router and modem.
This one, it's more about the preparation because you're gonna call us to order it, and we're gonna put you on hold. and we'll get around to making it when we feel like it.
Gotcha. And finally, your last cocktail, Pukey Susan. Tell me what's a Pukey Susan.
This is probably one of, I think, Brian, this is one of our most colorful beverages.
Yes. Yeah.
It's layered.
Oh, great. Like a Pousse Cafe.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly like that. So it starts out with grenadine at the bottom.
Okay.
So you get that layer. And then
And then a solid layer of bitters. Just as much bitters as there is grenadine.
whole milk.
Okay.
A nice, like, firmly packed layer of anchovy.
Ooh, good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, this salt really opens up the scents. Yeah.
Yeah. Some iceberg lettuce for color and texture.
Yeah, you.
Not
and then
even
you,
a garnish. That's another layer.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
building a.
and it's a really fun drink to watch.
Yeah. It's served with a knife and fork.
Yeah. Well, you can have it that way. I like to have mine blended.
Yeah.
So
I like mine on the rocks.
you blend it and then you let it then separate again.
Oh.
Yeah, so you gotta wait.
Yeah.
So you separate it, then you blend it, and wait for it to separate again.
Yeah.
You don't want to have the whole anchovies always. Like sometimes you want those to be
Only on special
emulsified.
nights.
Munched up. I get you.
Yeah.
And that's the game of Cocktail Weenie. We'd like to hand over your little props.
But I keep this.
What who won that round?
I believe that game goes to Brian Sutorius.
Well, we're gonna keep tabulating our entire score, and we'll be right back after this.
You've probably wandered in here wondering what the secret is to Scott the Shock Ramsey's incredible physique. I'm gonna tell you, little rube ass, what the answer is. Shock juice! I need you to dial this number right now in the bottom of your phone and help out Scott the Shock Ramsey get back on his feet. Please buy! Shock juice is full of carbs, full of electrolytes, and full of MSG, so you know it works. Disodium glutamine. Is that right? Shock juice! Ever since I started drinking shock juice, I've had the chance to experience all of its healing properties. More hair, stronger muscles, taller frame, wider body. I'm able to lift things I couldn't lift before. I'm ready to run faster than I've ever ran before. I can move dump trucks. I can go up to the top of the mountains. I can do all kinds of things that not even a human could possibly do. Scott Ramsey says buy more shock juice!
How about that, folks, huh? A nice word from our sponsor and a brief station identification. Now, what happens now, Alex?
We're gonna get into our last game.
Oh, the last game. Don't patronize me. You too, fake audience. What is the last game?
It's called Urban Fictionary.
Urban Fictionary. Most of us are familiar with the Urban Dictionary. It's a site online where you can look up the definitions for popular slang terms, real and made up, which all slang is, right? So I'm gonna. That guy gets in every time. How does he? We try to screen at the door, but that one guy always makes it in. Do you feel okay out there? Okay.
I love that guy.
Yeah, don't encourage him. Okay, the game of Urban Fictionary. I'm going to read some actual entries from the Urban Dictionary, and you give me the definition. You tell me what they mean.
Okay.
Okay, your first term, your first phrase, I don't know. Bathroom stalling. What does it mean to be bathroom stalling?
That's when you're on a date and run out of all your interesting stories, if sometimes you don't have that many.
Right.
And so you're like, I got to go to the bathroom, and then you just hang out in the stall, wait it out.
I'm sorry, the definition is bathroom stalling. Waiting to leave the bathroom as to avoid any contact with people in the stalls next to you. It's like, I'm gonna wait till they're finished, then I'll leave. That kind of thing. Your next word, eye cabbage.
If you're a vegan, that's the stuff you wake up with after you've been asleep.
A visit from the same man. A little cabbage.
Yeah.
Actually, it's just the opposite of eye candy. Okay, Snoop Lion. Please define Snoop Lion.
Oh, I know this one. It's when you get a little bit nervous when you're telling a lie, and you start adding the suffix "izzle" to everything.
Okay.
It's like the police officer's like, "Have you been drinking?" And you're like, "No, Officer Izzle. I haven't, Izzle."
How often does that work, you think?
I don't think it ever works. I think.
Nice. But I am sorry. The actual definition is Snoop Lion, when a snoop evolves into its final, most powerful form.
So it was a verb.
Right.
Okay.
To Snoop Lion.
To Snoop Lion.
Can somebody get that Snoop Lion out of here? How about that one guy? Get that one guy. Thanks, he's on it.
Snoop Lion got him.
I'm sure we haven't heard the last of him. Bellagio.
It's actually what in Italy what they call web blogs. You have to go work on
Bellagio.
Yeah, okay. That's actually, it's when an individual in a group vomits, which triggers a domino effect of subsequent individuals vomiting in a chain reaction reminiscent of the water show in front of the Bellagio in Las Vegas. I got applause. You can't make this stuff up. Unless you work for...
Someone else does.
Yeah, unless you work for the Urban Fictionary. Okay, and the your last term, hash talk.
It's like the next evolution of like Valley Girl speak. It's kids just talking in like hashtags.
That's absolutely right. When hashtags are spoken out loud.
Wow.
Hash talk.
Nailed it.
Much like the title of this show.
Yeah. I learned from the last game that you're going to finish with something that ties into the show.
All right, shut up.
That mustache is making you smarter.
Yeah, it leans an air of authority to you, the mustache. It's like either you're like an untrustworthy butler or a fancy duke.
Yeah.
I really can't wait to see what it looks
A
like.
Guess Who character.
Oh, right. Or like a nutty conquistador. Alex, where does that take us?
Well, this brings us to the very end, Tristan.
Oh, so we're going to announce the final winner of the whole shebang?
Yes.
Who would that be?
The winner of today's Hot Seat episode is Brian Sutorius.
Brian Sutorius. Let's hear it for him, folks.
Get an eggy handshake.
Yeah.
That's a good egg wash, I think. That's what that comes from. Yeah. Robby, do you have any plugs? Anything you'd like to say to our audience at home or the audience here?
Yeah.
Or the fake audience here?
Yeah, well, so at DSI Comedy, I'm on a team called Stranger Danger.
Okay.
And I'd like to
DSIcomedy.com. That's
yeah,
right here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
I'd like to plug our shows every Thursday night at 10 p.m. free.
Ooh, free stuff.
Yeah, it's great. And it's really funny, too.
Brian?
I also participate in the Stranger Danger with Robby. And I'd like to...
Participate makes it sound fun, too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All inclusive.
And I'll donate the rest of my plug time to that guy.
Any plugs? Oh, the Snoop Lion had a plug too. They're buddies now. That guy and the Snoop Lion. Well, folks, that's the game of #HotSeat. That's the show, #HotSeat. You can find us online at all your social media, Twitter, what have you, at HotSeat Show. You can visit us at hotseatshow.com. And as always, good night, everybody.